Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy G Nash. We back. We are in season 3 of the Who Wants to Smoke online Dynasty. We're here for the week 0 through 1 recap. We are currently in week 2. Let me send this out to the chat. Hold on a second. Looks like it's going to be a really good season. We got some changes we're going to go over. And send that out to everybody. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Didn't mean to do that. Got a bunch of chats to send it to, man. Keep everybody informed in the league. Here we go. And then one more group. Word. Alright, so we locked in. Let's see. Let's start with the members. So we got 32 again. We got people on the waiting list. So I've been trying to get everybody, to stay in line with the rules, man. We got a couple of rule changes. One, in regards to streaming, we had a couple of situations where games were being played with no stream, and on my end, y'all don't get the calls I get, man. I get a call about somebody doing this or that, and nobody have eyes on the game. So when the links are put up, I try to watch them if I can on my phone. Sometimes if I'm watching the game, I toss it up on the other screen in the cave. But generally, somebody in the league is always watching, man. So I mean, it's good, man. Just to have fun and watch everybody else play. It's not so much about the scouting, because people know how to disguise their plays, man. Your plays are your plays. You're gonna have to match up to what the defense is doing. Everybody got audibles, and in real football, people got tape on you, man. Like, you name a team in college football that don't nobody have tape on. You got Connor Stallions out here with James Bond glasses, dog. taping people, taping people's practices and games and stuff. So, please, fellas, please, we did a good job. Once we put out, the little rule about you get 1 warning for a non-stream game. That's both players, because when you contact your person, you playing, go ahead and decide who's streaming it. So, I mean, those of you that are not real tech savvy and it's not difficult. I sent the videos how to do it. But you may go through the season and never stream one. As long as the dude you playing streams it, that's fine. As long as it gets streamed. Um, but you get 1 warning. That's both players. If you play a game and it's not streamed, both players get a warning. And then there was suggestions about forced losses and all of that. Man, I ain't trying to do all of that. Just moving forward, we'll go with somebody else in the league. We're gonna be a streaming league, man. And especially if they open it up to Xbox for crossplay, the wait list is huge, and everybody on the wait list streams. So let's just make sure we do that moving forward. Um, Other rule, we still got some bugs and glitches, man. There were still some games that could not be changed. Michigan State. I'm just naming some. Iowa State. A lot of those in-state rivalries. Then there was some just weird games that was glitched that I couldn't change. So those regular season games against the computer, no forced wins will be allowed. You have to play that game against the computer. You can only play it once. and you got to stream it. Now, last season there was some people play the computer 2, 3 times, man. Like we know what that's about. Very rarely are you losing connection when you play the computer. I have never lost connection playing the computer. So make sure, that's a good reason that you got to have your own stream because some of y'all have games against a computer, and you got to stream them, and you can only play them once. If you lose, man. It is what it is. The computer on Heisman will beat you unless you know how to, switch some stuff up. It's some broken plays you can scheme the computer on easily. So you might want to touch up some YouTube videos or something if you got computer games. I still use a computer every now and then, man. It happens. Um, so that's big. Those are 2 changes. Oh, the other change I'm going to talk about after I go through the team. So all of the teams stayed the same except for Shelly. So we had a couple of changes. Um, New team is SMU. We got D White moving over from Notre Dame to SMU. We got Jadarius moving from over to Nebraska, and we got Emil going to Iowa and Bud going to North Carolina. Chill will stay with USC, and Shelley went to West Virginia to avoid the dreaded glitch. So Oklahoma has the 2 zombie players. So the only person in the league that has a game against Oklahoma is Texas, and that's Darius, because that's the Red River rivalry. I could not change that. So that will definitely be a simulation. Darius, do not play Oklahoma. Do not. And since everybody has to play the computer, we'll just do a fair simulation. Um, it wouldn't be fair to give him a force win. But that'll be a fair simulation. Because if he plays that game, it could bug the league. I know for a fact if you have one of those zombie players and try to play, it won't play. So hopefully we can avoid, having that glitch. And just remember that came from the off-season position changes and equipment changes bring about the zombie glitch. So when we get to this next off-season, do your position changes at your own risk, man. You get a zombie player, you might have to switch teams if you can't get them off. Would encourage to transfer. So Adrian and I both had zombie players. We were able to get them off to encourage transfer, and Shelly couldn't. And oddly enough, Adrian found out that the zombie player is actually his zombie player was one of his running backs. Dog, that was a tough loss. I lost a offensive lineman, but those glitch players are actually both on Oklahoma, man. So we avoiding Oklahoma like the plague. So if you go to their stuff and dang, he had to give up Gavin Sawchuk too. Dang, Shelly. I know that hurt. He's a beast. There they go. 17 is the tight end. That's a zombie dude. The Shelly changed his equipment. He zombied out. And then this is the running back Adrian had. His numbers dropped and everything, but we thinking that was Jackson, the running back he had. He changed equipment on and he got glitched. So I'm gonna get them off the screen quick. I don't want them to get into us. So those are all of the new teams. Let's look at the new conference breakdown. We did even have some changes to conferences. All right, so the ACC is what we call the B League. So we had some people, that kind of, asked for a step down in competition. I mean, there's levels to this, just like in real football, including myself. So we all, it was 8 people that wanted to be together. So this is the new ACC. So Clemson, Miami, Michigan, NC State, SMU, Tennessee, Texas, and USC. Ron is 1-1. I'm 1-0. Michigan's 0-1. NC State's 0-1. SMU got a win in the simulation. Eddie Lee lost one and lost the simulation, and Darius lost one. UFC Chillwood hadn't played. He was out of town. He was out of the country. So I want to make sure He didn't get caught up in the situation where he was out of town and had the forced loss. So he had 2 byes. His first game is this week. Big 12. Big 12. We got only change was North Carolina came over there. Bug wanted to go to the Big 12. Pittsburgh left the ACC and went to the Big 12. Everybody else was already over there. The Big Ten, we got Iowa's a new team, Nebraska's a new team, Notre Dame is still in there. Syracuse left the ACC